Karna Amar Rahe, the story of Pankaj Dheer, from fame to legacy. Just imagine, the man who brought Danveer Karna to life on television, whose voice carried the dignity of dharma, and whose face reflected sacrifice, is no longer among us. There was a time when millions of Indians would sit before their TVs every Sunday morning just to watch one more episode of Mahabharata. And when Karna appeared on screen, silence filled every household. That very Karna, played by the legendary actor Pankaj Dheer, has now become a part of history. 15th October 2025. The day this Danveer bid farewell to the world. But the question remains, what did Karna leave behind? Fame, fortune, or memories that will never fade? The story of Pankaj Dheer is not just about an actor. It's about an era when television artists brought ideals and values into every Indian home through their dedication. A young man from Punjab who never imagined that his destiny would be tied to one of the most complex characters in Indian mythology, Karna. In the 1980s, when Indian television was just beginning to flourish, Pankaj Dheer made his debut with the film Sukha. But fate had something far greater planned for him. Auditions were being held for B.R. Chopra's epic Mahabharata. Everyone wanted to play Arjun, Bhishma, or Krishna. But Pankaj Dheer chose Karna, a character rejected by society, yet remembered as a symbol of generosity and justice. And that choice changed his life forever. When Karna appeared on screen, his voice, his intensity, his sorrow, it touched the hearts of millions. Viewers would say, if anyone could be the real Karna, it's Pankaj Dheer. The year 1988 became immortal in the history of Indian television. Mahabharata was no longer just a show. It became a part of every Indian household's Sunday ritual. And Pankaj Dheer became everyone's beloved Danveer. At a time when people would quote Arjun or Bhim's dialogues, even children would say, Karna was the true warrior. That image made Pankaj Dheer immortal. But life isn't defined by a single role. Pankaj Dheer knew that fame doesn't last. Hard work does. He kept working continuously. Chandrakanta, Yug, Great Maratha, Sadhak, Soldier, Badshah, Tarzan, the Wonder Car. In every role, big or small, he brought depth. His face didn't just shine before the camera. He blended into the story. His art was not just acting, it was discipline. Arriving on set on time, memorizing every dialogue, understanding every character. That was his mantra. Perhaps that's why the industry called him an actor's actor. The kind of artist other actors look up to. But his story doesn't end with fame. It's also the story of a man who didn't keep success only to himself. In 2006, when most actors start thinking about retirement, Pankaj Dheer, along with his brother, started a recording and production house in Jogeshwari, Mumbai, named Vijay Studios. His goal was to give opportunities to new talent, so that someone else could become the next Pankaj Dheer. The studio still operates today, producing small projects, web series, and short films. Few people know this, but besides being an actor, Pankaj Dheer had a sharp business mind. He invested part of his earnings in real estate and other ventures. Reports suggest he owned properties in both Mumbai and Punjab. His house near Juhu was a beautiful bungalow with walls adorned with pictures of Karna. His total net worth was estimated at around 42 crore. That wasn't just a story of wealth, it was a story of wisdom. Every month, he earned through brand endorsements and event appearances too, averaging around 1.5 crore annually. And speaking of his early days, getting paid 60,000 per episode was a huge deal back then. But he never associated his work with money. He used to say, "My identity lies in my dialogues, not in my bank balance." His family life was equally inspiring. Pankaj Dheer was born on November 9th, 1956, in Mumbai, though his roots were in Punjab. Coming from a middle-class background, he carved his own place in the television industry through sheer determination. His wife, Bindu Dheer, was his constant support. Their son, Nikitin Dheer, is a well-known Bollywood actor today. His villainous role in Chennai Express is remembered by everyone. And Pankaj Dheer often said, "I haven't taught my son to become a star. I've taught him to become a good human being." What truly set Pankaj Dheer apart was his simplicity and sensitivity. He never flaunted his fame. Whenever a young actor sought his advice, he would say, "Don't just play the character, live it. And when the camera turns off, stay human." In his later years, Pankaj Dheer's health began to decline. He was diagnosed with cancer but chose not to tell anyone. He used to say, "Karna doesn't cry, he fights." He continued his treatment quietly and kept shooting as long as he could. His final public appearance was just a few months ago at an award ceremony where he was honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award. When he stood on stage and said, "Karna is still alive," the entire hall rose in applause. No one realized it would be the last time he spoke on that stage. On the morning of October 15th, 2025, when the news broke that Pankaj Dheer was no more, silence spread across social media. People wrote, "Karna is gone," but his voice still echoes. Television channels replayed that iconic Mahabharat episode where Karna looks up at the sun and smiles, as if he knew his time had come. After his passing, people didn't just talk about his wealth or his body of work, they spoke of the legacy he left behind: discipline, humility, and humanity. In his lifetime, he played hundreds of roles, but in each one, there was always a bit of Karna, that selflessness, that integrity, that quiet pride. His wealth, valued at over 42 crore, now belongs to his family. But what he left behind was far greater than money. A moral legacy, an emotional investment. At Vijay Studios, his desk still holds the diary where he used to jot down notes for new actors. On every page, one line is written: "Art is not profession, it's devotion." His life was full of ups and downs. In the 1990s, when cinema became dominated by glamour and TV actors were often seen as second grade, he never gave up. He said, "I have played Karna. Giving up is not in my nature." That confidence helped him rise again in the 2000s, appearing in new shows, films, and even digital platforms. He had another dream: to create an Indian Performing Arts Academy where theatre, television, and film artists could learn together. He had already started work on the project, and the files are still preserved by his son. Perhaps Nikitin Dheer will fulfill that dream, because it wasn't just a project, it was his father's final wish. Many of his co-actors said, when Pankaj walked onto the set, everyone automatically became serious. He never scolded anyone, but his presence itself taught discipline. Those who worked with him recall that after every shoot, he would often treat everyone to a meal, saying, "The real joy of art lies in sharing it." Today, when we speak of his legacy, we realize that some people may leave this world, but their influence never fades. Like Mahabharat's Karna, Pankaj Dheer too gave everything: his hard work, his time, his devotion, expecting nothing in return. And if you ever watch that episode of Mahabharat where Karna tells Arjun for the last time, "Death is only of the body, the soul is eternal," remember, that wasn't just a dialogue. It was Pankaj Dheer's own philosophy of life. He lived with that belief and left this world with the same faith.
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources: news from various news agencies, opinion polls, and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.